You could also, if you have like work pants that you kind of wear reliably, if you put cheddar cheese in the pocket and then put them through the wash, it infuses the pants forever with the smell of cheddar cheese, but kind of slightly
How
off
do you know?
soapy cheddar cheese.
How do you know that?
Someone did it to me.
What do you mean someone did it to you?
Welcome to The Advisory, the first and last advice show on the internet that is still in the romantic mood, James. But we're back to doing some advice for a change. What a fun treat for you, your nan, and your auntie who all listen to this podcast, I assume. Because you promoted it to them, I assume.
Yeah, get in here, Nan. And now that you're here, David, what the fuck is going on with your dating profile? Give us an update.
You said that like I'd done something. I felt like I was being told off. Well, if you must know, so I've had 4 likes since last week. Actually, no, 5 if you include the one that happened directly after the show. I've got 2 dates lined up, and I've got another one that's in the works.
Damn.
So you could say, results-wise, y'all fucking crushed it.
Yeah. KPIs on that one. Put next to it, just a little next to that. KPIs. M dash fucking killed it.
Fucking on your performance report, James, you and the audience for the work that you did here. Fucking crushed that shit, made it look easy.
It was a team effort, you know. Everyone, they banded together, and we
fixed me.
We brought home the trophy. I'm not sure where the analogy goes from there.
Yeah, from there.
But you seem to be quite popular as well, because you were getting so many messages mid app. You were getting
2 of
flooded
those have
out
transpired into planned dates.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, which we shall keep to ourselves.
Right.
But that's how it started until the time is right.
So just raw data wise, right? What's like an average month for you? Let's say likes, and dates wise.
Hang on,
how
let me
many
get a
dates?
calculator out.
How many dates you normally lining up a month? And where are we at now?
Let's assume that it's a month where I'm actively trying to date, because it goes in cycles with these things. So normally, if I'm actively dating, maybe 3 or 4 a month, something like that.
3 or 4 what?
Dates a month. Sorry. So 3 or 4 dates
David,
a month.
this is not a time. This is a safe space. Okay. This is not an opportunity to ego stroke. This is not an opportunity to boast. Okay. This is a real, because what you might be doing by telling these fibs, telling tales out of school and straight fibbing, is that you might be taking away the hard work of Colin, the hard work of Bleach on the Rocks, the hard work of the people who have perfected and crafted you a bespoke dating profile that's going to send you out into the world.
You're averaging 2 dates a week at this point. I don't know that I can hold a candle to that. And I'm saying like that's a good month where I'm actively trying to like get on dates and stuff. Normally it'd be like 1 on a good month if I'm just doing my normal life. But if I'm like, I'm in the dating mood or whatever.
So median dates per month, MDPM, 1,
maybe like 1.2?
1.2 MDPM.
Which body part the 0.2 comes from?
Let's go with right knuckles, full left leg. How about that?
It's an odd comp. One would usually, but you know what? You do you.
Thank you.
You know?
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm proud of you for that one. Yeah, so that would be like a normal one. At this stage, as far as likes would go, let's assume the same parameters, the average likes per month. Maybe like, on a good month, 10.
Right. Okay.
And we've had 14 already, and it's been 2 weeks.
Right. So, and to compare that, so that what's the median like,
of
likes per month, LPMs?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. 10 per month is like probably a normal amount.
Right. Okay. So we know that I did look something up before the show, and it did say that men tend to inflate their numbers by 7 times. So it does. I don't know what.
Keep in mind, not all of those likes I'm reciprocating.
For sure. So let's say, let me just talk to the audience really quick. Let's say, because I mean, I don't know if you can smell it, but there's a funk in here and some numbers being fudged. Okay. So let's go with, average likes per month, the average LPMs, let's say 1 to 2. Okay? Average dates per month, we'll stay with the 1.2. That sounds about right. So now that we're at 14, damn.
Liable.
That
shit was liable.
There's not many Colin in here. I'm so bad with numbers. Is that like a 14,000% increase? I don't know.
I'm not indulging these falsehoods.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just want to thank the people. I just want to take this opportunity to thank the people who were out here. They were putting in the hard work. They were hustling. They were grinding. They didn't have great raw materials to work with, and they still crafted a masterpiece.
Actually, that's a really good point, unironically, is both as a human being and as far as like the information available to you and photos especially.
The photos
I was pretty
upset with. Yeah.
This couldn't have been harder.
Yeah.
Personality, photographs, interests, general temperament, willingness to engage with the process, all of those things are working against your favor, and you guys still did it somehow.
We really dragged you across the finish line, and I'm glad that everyone put in those hard yards. You know, it sounds like it's really paying off. So,
yeah, for sure. Look, listen, I was editing I was going through and scrubbing through the episode 52 earlier this morning, checking if I hadn't missed anything, and I cannot stress to you, watching back, how physically uncomfortable I look when you do that, like, light and breezy 5-day question. Like, it's like the lightest and breeziest, like, just tell us a little bit about yourself. And I'm like, I don't, I see the thing, what you gotta, so, you know, given all of that, I think what you guys have done as an audience and as a part of the advisory is pretty sensational.
It's great stuff. I'm excited to hear how the rest of the month goes.
I'll keep you guys in the loop.
So far it's sounding good, you know?
Yeah, positive.
Numbers are up. Numbers are way the fuck up.
Way the fuck up.
Now, David, while we're in the dating spirit, okay, I have a question here from Pluniverse.
Oh, this is the one I wanted to start with. I'm so glad that you wanted to start with this. Okay, let's do it. This is one of my favorite questions.
You know what? You take this one. You love this question so much.
That's on me. I shouldn't have said anything.
A gift to you, my friend.
Okay.
You take.
Feels like you
gave
me work to do. So yesterday, I 23 female, sure, met with the guy I've been dating for the past year, 28 male. During the date, there was some friction, minor stuff. We ended up talking it out. I slept over. We live in different cities, and he asked me if I wanted to stay at his place the next day and cook a meal together. Something we like to do together for fun and would be fun to make up for the shitty evening. Great, lovely idea. So far, so good. I was very excited for us to spend some quality time cooking and eating together because we're both foodies. All right.
Okay.
So fast forward to today. We're walking through the supermarket, getting groceries for some elaborate 4-hour recipe we're going to try out. We're walking past the veggie aisle or something when he suddenly mentions, I'm going to do a voice for him.
Okay.
Yeah, by the way, babe, help remind me to save you some food so you can have some as well. And I'm like, sorry? What do you mean save me some food? Apparently, he has some friends coming over for dinner, and I wasn't invited to stay and actually eat the dinner. He wanted me to cook a 4-hour-long recipe with him, but failed to mention that I couldn't participate in the eating part.
Yeah.
I don't understand. What a howler of a start to
a you know, sometimes that can slip your mind when
when it's your thing, you're both foodies. Oh, we should cook this really elaborate. It's gonna take us 4 hours, and clearly more than 4 hours because you're seeking out the ingredients.
Yeah.
You're planning that's the whole day.
Exactly, it's a whole day.
But
and the fruits of my day's labor is that at the end I get to partake in this delicious meal that we have prepared. I'm sorry.
No, you made a mistake. You just need to remind me to save you some. Just remind me to save you some, because I'll forget. I'm a forgetful friend.
That's cool. I don't need you to save me any. I'll be right there tucking in. So don't you worry about saving me any, because I'll save me some when it's on my plate and I'm fucking eating it. So
we've actually got some wires crossed. So the boys are coming over.
Yeah.
And I'm getting you to not be in the apartment for dinner because it is a boys' night, and no chicks allowed. So you just need to find something. But I'll try and remember to save you something.
Oh, oh, I'll try and remember. That's where she is mid mise en place prep. She turns the knife to him and says, "You're gonna fucking try and remember? Let me carve it into your chest, cunt, so you don't save Kate some fucking food. Try and remember."
He makes it her problem. He says, "Help remind me to save you some food."
Oh, have you got a phone?
What are you
have you got a phone, mate?
About?
Just ask your phone, Google, Siri, Alexa, who the fuck ever, and ask them to remind you. Because you're a human being that exists in 2023.
Okay? Your phone shouldn't need to remind you to save some food for your girlfriend who is staying over, with whom you spent the 4 hours cooking the meal that you're saving for her. Yeah. You don't look at that beautiful whatever it is you've made, some delightful like roast pastry combination with a jus and you don't look at that and go, wonder where that came from. Wonder if someone else would like some of that.
Last spoonful into your mouth. Done. Fuck, that was... Oh, man, that is... I'll tell you what, lads. I am stuffed after that one. Couldn't eat another bite, not only because I'm so full, but because there's none left.
There's none left.
I feel like there is something that I was supposed to remember to do. Let me just check my reminders on my phone. Nope, nothing in there. So nothing need be reminded, for it does not exist in the reminders.
Tim's got no reminders stashed up in his phone there, so there's nothing for me to do.
No, don't need to remember shit.
Don't need to remember anything because Tim didn't tell me. Look, I got quiet and upset. You ever read something and then the next part of it you're like, this is a normal reaction.
Yeah.
I got quiet and upset because I was looking forward to spending some quality time with him, eating great food and making up for a not so fun date. I felt stupid and unimportant because of this. He got very irritated with me for making assumptions that I would stay over for... Okay. He got very irritated with me for making assumptions that I would stay over for dinner and then being quiet and upset and avoidant about it when he told me I couldn't. I told him I was actually quite upset that he didn't tell me I couldn't eat the dinner I would be cooking with him. Just to quickly scroll up in our document here. She says, I slept over, we live in different cities, and he asked me if I wanted to stay at his place the next day and cook a meal together.
So this was the plan from the start.
The start.
Yeah.
And he's upset with her because she shut down, I guess. And then she said, well, look, I'm actually quite upset because you didn't tell me I couldn't eat it with you, which is a natural assumption.
Yeah.
I would have thought. Yep. I don't say, James, do you want to come over for a couple beers? We can chat about something. And you turn up and you put the beers down and I go, great, I'll catch you next Thursday evening at 6 p.m. AST on twitch.tv/Black Swan Society. These beers are actually for me and my boys.
Yeah, thank you so much.
That doesn't happen.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for those delicious beers. Unfortunately, you won't actually be staying to enjoy them, but we will.
No.
And like remind me, like text me or something to like save you one or something. You know?
Yeah, it's actually... Honestly, it's a little presumptuous of you to think that you would be, and now you're being all cagey and weird about it. And I never said that you were staying for beers.
And that's quite frankly, that's on you, because that's a little, it's actually quite clingy. It's actually quite clingy how much you've inferred there. So,
Oh, you love me and want to spend time with me doing something we love and then enjoy the results of our time together, doing something we love together. Oh, yikes, a red flag. Someone call Oprah, because this guy's not fit to be a boyfriend.
So this was his plan from the get-go, obviously.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So he's doing a ruse and hoping she doesn't pick up on it.
Yeah.
He got mad at me for being upset and therefore avoidant about it. I can see why it can be frustrating when I get upset because I get very quiet / cold and avoidant. I'm aware this is a problem and I'm working on it. On the other hand, I feel like he should have communicated better and maybe cared about my feelings a little more. He normally is a great person, and this incident feels way out of character. So am I the asshole for assuming I would be eating the dinner I cooked with the guy I'm dating and then getting upset when that's not the case? This depends on your view on gaslighting and its role in relationships. If you're one of these people that's like, he pulled a fast one on her, good on him. Good up the lads, they got a nice feed. Or if you're a human fucking being, you might have a different kind of reaction.
Yeah.
To that.
Which I mean, I feel like maybe taking the wrong approach on this one, because maybe you don't get upset, off the bat. You sort of let it wash over you and you try to remain calm as not to give away the ruse, which is a good old-fashioned dog. A good old-fashioned dinner sabotage a la Mrs. Doubtfire. Classic. A classic Doubtfirean sabotage.
That's true. Yeah. I feel like this is a really good surface area for sabotage. Not only because you're in because this happens and you have there are two like kind of converging timelines, right? There is the I get upset and shut down timeline, or there is the planning mode timeline.
Yes.
Where he says, "Hey, can you go to the bread aisle and get yeast?" And you come back with something that looks like yeast. Like maybe you come back with baking soda, but it looks similar enough he doesn't notice. Like there are ways to.
Okay, yeah. You're thinking
yeah.
I
want to Home Alone this bitch
for sure. Bleach makes a good point where you should break up with the guy and marry the dinner, and I think if that's an option, that's probably one you should take.
I would marry dinner if I could.
I think that there's two types of sabotage, which is the sort of the incredibly unhelpful, hindering the process sabotage, which can be done before the cook, can be done during the cook.
You want the cooking process to go wrong, whereas I'm sort of pitching ruin the product.
Well, I'm saying you could like slow it down. The boys are showing up at 7. We're starting at 5. We really slow this thing down. Maybe I'm fucking it up in the kitchen. Dinner doesn't get out till like 9. That kind of vibe. Or
maybe the boys get so grumpy they leave and you have him to yourself.
Exactly. And now the boys.
Oh, I like that.
And now the boys hate him. And that might be where you want him.
Listen, I'm not saying that you should isolate your partner from their friends.
I'm saying he duped you. It's time to dupe him back.
Yeah. This is he done a dupe, and you get to dupe him in return. Tit for tat.
I would probably go the active sabotage route, which is like, too much spice in the sauce.
For sure.
Too much salt.
Sugar instead of salt.
Exactly, that type of stuff.
Vice versa. Yeah. Do you? Because we both are lovers of food. I love cooking. I periodically do good cooking. Most of the time, I just cook what I like. But have you ever had that moment where you go out of your way to prepare a recipe, go through all the right steps, and you cook it, and you sit down to eat it, and you're like, fucking buying Macca's, I guess? Because I think this could be one of those opportunities.
I've never fucked up so bad that it's inedible.
Oh, not fuck up, but just I didn't like it.
Oh, you didn't like it?
Yeah, because I try and cook all kinds of weird shit sometimes, and I'm like, I don't know why I thought I'd like that. I've never liked anything close to it.
For sure. No, I could see that happening. I feel like I wouldn't really cook anything outside. I'm much more of an adventurous spirit. You know what I mean? I feel like you put, like, even if someone was like, here's lamb's brains, I'd be like, gotta try that. Gotta see what that's about.
You're far more easygoing. You smile a lot more. You're more in touch with reality.
Here's a bull's testicle. And I'd be like, interesting. And they're like, sauteed with garlic. And I'd say, oh, delicious. I've already eaten it.
It's already gone.
And yeah, but what are you trying to tell me?
That was a display testicle. That wasn't.
And I've gone, wow, what a delicious display.
What a delicious display.
A doffed cap to the display setter-upper. Thank you so much.
I mean, look.
That's within reason. I feel like I would only try like really fucked up shit in a restaurant setting prepared by a professional. You know what I mean? If I go around to Jack's house and he's like, hey guys, you'll never guess what I cooked up. Some fucking haggis inside. I cooked up some testicles inside of a sheep's stomach. I'd be like, okay, dude.
I'm good.
I'm okay.
more what I mean is like trying a recipe that, like, okay, I'll give you an example. For this is not entertaining content. A few weeks ago, I tried to cook my stepdad's. He does like a fucking ginger chicken recipe. It's super straightforward.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Huh?
You said something. I'll catch it in the
end.
Yeah,
you were cooking ginger or something. Yep.
Yeah, ginger chicken or whatever. And like, it didn't turn out anything like the one he did, and it was the same recipe. And I was like, I did this for a living for 4 years. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? And it was a real demoralizing. And then I was like, I guess I'll just walk up the road and get takeout Chinese, which is what I did.
Yeah,
it wasn't a proud moment.
I think the biggest mistake there was that you started off by wanting to cook ginger chicken. So I think there was a lot of fuck ups leading up to sort of the preparation process.
It's like a sticky caramel. It's very good. When he does it, it's great. When I do it, it's piss.
Right. Okay.
Like, yeah. It's just not. Are you a ginger hater? Are you one of them folk?
No, I'm just saying that, like, if I'm taking some fucking time to get into cooking something, it better be like some great shit. If it's ginger chicken, I'd be like, I don't think I'm gonna like really put a ton of time and effort into something that I could just sort of like get wherever and do whatever. You know what I mean?
Okay,
like
that makes sense. Yeah, but we're living very different lives. I invest a lot of time and energy into things that don't matter. Look, I mean, to answer you quite candidly, am I the asshole? I don't think so. I think this one's on him.
Yeah. I have one more sort of route though where we could probably take this.
Are you okay? Another solution? Yeah, hit me with it.
Sabotage during. That's great, right?
Yep.
To slow down the process. Active sabotage, fucking up the actual cook. Another great one. My personal favorite is what I like to call the cook cuck. And that's where we cook up a delicious, even better, way better than what we were going to do, 3-course meal at his house. Okay. It smells delicious. The aromas wafting through.
My mouth is watering.
Tummy's grumbling. Okay.
Salivating.
He thinks he's in for a delicious night of treats.
For sure.
And he's sitting at the table, bib on, plate in front of him, knife and fork in hand.
Like a 7-year-old.
And you come out with the 3-course meal fully packed up in containers and say, all right, well, I'm off to my mate's place. Wash those fucking dishes for me. And then you fuck off and you leave. You got to cook cuck him.
That's powerful. Show him, do to him what he did to you.
A taste of his own medicine.
Oh. A sprinkling of revenge. Nope, that's nothing. You ever start a sentence and hope
you've got one. I feel like the next one that you're gonna come out with is the one.
What are other cooking terms? A dash of
aromatic.
A dash of vengeance.
Oh, okay. Pretty good. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. A half a cup of fuck you.
Oh, right. I'd go with like a half a cup of nightmares, that kind of thing.
Oh,
yeah.
Right. I went a bit more vulgar, huh?
Yeah, so I like the half a cup, very specific, and then just
sort of, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Some spillage sort of happened there, but it's cool.
200 mils of I'm breaking up with you.
Again, great opener.
Lost it in the middle. Yeah.
Lost it in the sauce, dude. Come on. Another perfect one. David. Oh.
Yeah.
We'll work on it. Well, it's fine.
I feel shame for what you guys just witnessed. And I'm not proud of it, but hey, sometimes you're working through the jokes, you're trying to find it, and you just don't.
That's the sad reality. Not everyone talks about that.
Sometimes it's yes and please stop.
That's very true. Yes, and I wish you didn't do any of that.
Yes, and please get off the stage.
Yes, and thank you so much. Are you done now? Yes, you are.
Yes, and is that? Oh, I can't. Are you good? Because there's a whole show happening. You're still going.
David, I've got a question here for you.
Uh-huh.
And relevant to you, okay?
Oh, no. Okay.
This one comes from Socially Confused. And she says...
Why would that be relevant to me?
She says, Dear David, I'm a recently divorced woman with a fairly active social media presence. After my divorce, I dated someone with no social media, so it was easy. After that ended, I met someone through a friend. He immediately suggested that we connect on Facebook. We've been out quite a few times and it's been great, but he's dating other people as well. Okay, that's fine. And I'm open to seeing other people too. But
yeah,
I'm not sure of my feelings for him quite yet. But seeing his posts about his various dates and his active social life make me feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
I can tell who he's dating from his posts. It makes me curious and jealous in a way that I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
What do people these days do about social media when they're dating but not settled? Should I mute him, not connect with other people on social media until I'm in like a serious relationship with them? I know people talk about social media being toxic, but what's the protocol? How do I protect myself from myself?
Oh my God, this is the realest shit ever.
Yeah, Bleach, feel free to sub in Facebook for Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah, generationally.
He's sickening. He's bloody talking all of his fucking hot babes on his dates.
Yeah, he's looking on his X app and seeing all of his. No one uses that. The platform.
Oh shit!
Platform
he's tweeted
Twitter.
some really, really mean shit
James,
here about.
Sorry, he's what's the verb they're using now? He's X'd.
Zeet? Is it Zeet?
I don't
know.
I've just started saying the platform formerly known as Twitter because I don't know how else to address it.
Okay.
Like,
I feel like
Prince.
Yeah, for sure. No, but I feel like you could probably just say Twitter and people would like get.
They would know.
Yeah.
Yeah. They could get it twisted. They could think I'm talking about a bird.
Well, you could say to them, hey, don't get it twisted. I'm talking about Twitter. You know that.
Yeah, that's true. That makes me sound like a youth in the 90s, though.
Yeah, it does. You'll sling sort of like those one-sided, skateboards with only like the kick on one side over your shoulder.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. This is one of those questions where I'm like, fuck, bro. This is the realest shit. My solution has been as a alien man inhabiting a human body. I just don't even bother looking.
Yeah.
At all. But in a previous relationship, I was in this situation where it was in that like on and off phase where you're like, is this serious? Is it not? Like, I don't know what this is yet. And, checking the gram was the most unhealthy thing of all time. Because you're like, who the fuck's that guy? What's his deal? Who's that guy? What's her deal?
Oh, what the fuck are they? Keeping tabs, kind of. Socially.
I was doing the toxic thing of not just keeping tabs, but resisting the urge to keep tabs regularly and then like binging and just going through and seeing everything.
No, a purge. You'd have like a binge and purge, Yeah.
If I got too drunk, I'd be like, time to go look, and then I'd feel shitty about myself and get even more drunk, and then feel shitty about the fact that I was drunk, feeling shitty about the fact that I looked at a profile, which I promised myself I wouldn't. It's just a spiral of self-loathing. So I mean, how do you deal with it? Look, I'm not on social media anymore, so I mean, just put it all in the bin. But that's not a helpful piece of advice, is it? Could you orchestrate an equally socially attractive? Maybe you could pay actors or something, but sort of do the same thing to him.
Right.
Create a really alluring social media presence that makes him feel the things you're feeling, and then he finally confronts you about it. You say, "Yeah, Greg, how do you think I feel?"
Fake yourself a boyfriend is what you say.
Fake yourself several boyfriends.
Oh, shit.
He's dating other people, right? We don't know if that's just one person.
I love the idea. I love the energy. Okay?
Yeah. You never say that to me. So I'm already feeling good about myself.
I think that Bleach, if she's on Feet Finder, you've probably wound up on different apps. Plus, I feel like Feet Finder, I think, is more of a marketplace, is it not? Bleach. Find out.
Need some do some. We don't often give.
No, it does say here. It says Feet Finder is view, buy, and sell feet pics. I'm gonna label that as being a marketplace more so than a social media platform. Even though by the looks of the pictures on their website, it does very much look also like a social media platform, which is very weird.
I think they're going for both, huh?
I think we fake ourselves a boyfriend, but I think we can go to thispersondoesnotexist.com. We You've seen that website? This person does not exist?
This person does not exist.com. I added some sparkle to make you less mad at me. Huh? What is this?
So this just, each time you refresh it, it generates a face of a person that doesn't exist.
Oh, you told me about this. It's all AI shit, right?
Yeah. So you get yourself a fake man. And the added benefit of doing this person does not exist, and by photoshopping them into your images, is that they can't do like the Google reverse image search and find them.
Yeah.
You do run the risk that you have to use fresh images. So you don't, because if you're just pulling pictures from your Facebook, you Photoshop someone in, you do a reverse image search, he finds the original image of just you and no one in it, that's going to be awkward.
You got to buy yourself a green screen. Obviously, we don't use those. We're in the studio, but you got to buy yourself a green screen and take all your photos in front of that.
Sure.
And
I feel like
you do it.
Yeah. You could do that. You could, kick that cost.
Or are you just going out into the wild and having your buddy take a photo with your arm on no one?
When was the last time you used Photoshop? You can click the button that just says remove background now.
I cannot stress enough. It cut my, 10 years ago when I used to do thumbnails, it would have taken me 30 hours to do the thumbnails for the last 2 episodes.
Yeah,
it took me like
it's all different now,
3 hours. It's so quick.
Yeah.
Technology's
Bleach has a very good point. You can then put those Photoshop skills on your resume. So think about this as like an opportunity not only to fake yourself a boyfriend, but also to develop new relevant skills, okay? And you also don't want to get caught with your pants down in the interview when they're like, hey, remove the background on this, and you whip out the pen tool like David would do. You know what I mean? You just want to hit that remove background button and you're done, adds the mask, and then you go from there.
Wow. I'm taking a lot of heat the last couple months, and let me say it's warranted.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got no defense. I completely deserve it.
What about driving him off socials completely? What if the solution isn't me, trying to refrain from checking his socials? What if he just don't have socials anymore because he's going off them?
How would you do this? How would you go about because my initial thought was, and stay with me, policy of sustained abuse.
You're going to cyberbully him until he stops.
I'm going to make a series of fake email addresses, sign up for a series of fake Instagram accounts, and bully him until he leaves the platform. Because also he'll feel vulnerable and need support, and that's going to play right into my hands.
For sure.
Sure.
Let me just just had to get the old
legal disclaimer.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Jesus Christ. You wanna I'm
just floating it as an option.
Okay. Well, yes and no to that. But what if
that's so much better. Yes and no to your idea.
Yep.
But
I guess maybe yours is maybe the more aggressive version of mine.
Oh, he's doing half measures, ladies and gentlemen.
He's
doing half measures.
Bear with me. What if you create a fake account, you start taking pictures of like random things, and you start tagging him in all of those posts, right? Could be like a Pepsi can, could be a garbage bin, just random stuff, and you start tagging him in it, and then like take a picture of a spoon in a dark room with the flash on, and you tag him, and you just ominously put in there, I see you, spoon buddy. It's got to be really weird. It's got to be really weird. Okay.
To what end? What do you envisage happening?
I envision sort of like progressively creepier and creepier posts, and then it culminates in maybe a photo of him through his window. You know what I mean? Like just sort of like a few minor events that lead up to.
Sorry, you position this suggestion in a particular type of way. What's actually happened, ladies and gentlemen, is I suggested something not great, and James went, What if I plus 50'd that to make him feel like he's being stalked because of social media?
Okay. Bleach also said the same
him
thing.
Off the platform. You're making him feel unsafe in his home.
Bleach just said stalking tips 101. I like to think of it as, let's drop the S word, guys. Okay. And what if we start using terms like taking it offline, you know? Because now I'm taking the photo of him offline in the Meet universe.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm putting it back online when I send it to him, you know?
This is how he gets you guys. He's a marketing genius. He changes the words out from under you. You don't know what's happening until it's too late and he's in your living room.
You know, we're not really creating an unsafe environment for him. We're sort of crafting the illusion of a sense of dissettlement.
Insecurity,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No. That's very pointed language. Not insecurity, more just a level of perpetual unassuredness.
So fear.
Whoa, less fear and more so a uneasy state of feelings that might lead one to have moments of scared reactions. You know?
Okay. I don't know if I know we flashed a legal disclaimer, but there might be some kind of threshold that we've crossed. There you go. There you go. Look, we can't help you clearly because our ideas are too powerful for reality.
Oh, it's always, you know, careful what you wish for, because it's like,
because we got hella options.
Some of these options might work too well. You know, it's like they say, yes, and be careful what you wish for. They do say that. Yeah.
Yeah. James, should we move on to our feature question? Is that copacetic with you? Are you feeling in a good headspace for that?
I feel like we could do that. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. This one, you know, I didn't have a clever title, so we're just going to dig right into it. Sometimes it happens. What am I, a word guy every week? James,
you should be,
where do I?
Yeah.
Most weeks, yeah. That's actually my only kind of redeeming value that I bring to anything I do. So let's forget that I don't do it all the time. James, where do I begin? Me and my partner work together at a retail store. She works in one department while me and her boyfriend work in the same department. Yeah, okay. So I'll include the ages because they always fucking include me, 21 male, and her 20 female work together at a retail store. She works in one department while me and her boyfriend work in the same department. That's where I met her through her boyfriend when she would come and talk to him. So it appears that out of everyone, I'm the only one she actually calls a friend and talks to about personal matters other than her boyfriend. So after a year of being a friend in the past few weeks, I noticed a lot. The first thing is she complains a lot. I mean, every time I see her, she's always complaining, and it's basically all the conversations we have is just her complaining. Well, I just sit there, and of course, I have to simp and just agree with. I hate young people.
Okay.
I have to just agree with her. I'm skipping the language. Another thing is maybe 10 seconds after she finished complaining to me, she walks over to her boyfriend and starts having fun and laughing. But as soon as she sees me, she again lets out a loud sigh and starts to complain about her life and people and how she didn't want to be at work.
Mm-hmm.
Then, like 2 weeks ago, literally the smallest thing got her upset, and she decided not to talk to me for quite some time. I feel she is doing this because she wants the attention. And I feel the main reason she's actually decided to continue spending time with me is because I'm constantly giving her attention. I feel like she doesn't want to be my friend like, you know, one of the boys would be. Just some coworker that she can, I'm going to say dump. I don't know what he's thinking here. Just some coworker that she can dump all her garbage on. I've been distancing myself quite heavily because, quite frankly, I no longer want to keep having these conversations where she makes me feel sad and depressed because she wants to spill her problems to me. Don't get me wrong, she's a good person and I have nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with her. I just don't want to be anyone's therapist or someone that gets abused for being overly kind. Basically, I'm acting like a simp, and it started the first day I met her, so I need to break this behavior.
Okay. So basically, there's a chick at work who uses this guy to...
like an emotional sounding.
Right? Well, it sounds kind of like emotionally just dumping her stuff on him.
For sure.
Yeah.
I've been this 21-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Working in a restaurant, so I've been there.
Okay. How'd you overcome it?
I didn't. I sort of spiraled, and then when she broke up with her boyfriend, I asked her out, and she said she wasn't interested, and I didn't take the message, and then it got worse, and then eventually I just sort of quit the job.
So you could,
as far as real life experience
you could probably
goes,
try that if you wanted. You don't have to, but
it worked out for me? Question mark.
Well,
I learned. It is incel behavior. Yeah, I was very much in that space. I don't know if I feel like my real life experience might be a hindrance more than a boon here.
Yeah.
I feel like it could be a weight we need to shed. But I picked it because I was like, oh, that happened to me.
Right.
And I didn't think about the fact that I have to explain that.
And you didn't then think about, I have a unique insight here that could provide this person with a positive outcome. You just said, that's me in that question. All right.
That was about as far as the thought. Also, like, James, it's all about me, and you'll never prove that it's not. I mean,
now that you have, so you did it, you know what you did. You know that didn't
therapy,
work, right?
Did a good relationship.
Now, what would you do now that you have that sort of distance? You've grown up a bit. What would how would you do it different? If D-Mac had to travel back in time and whisper in little D-Mac's ear how to handle the situation, what advice would you give him?
I think the biggest thing is, like, it's not about you. You are 50-50 in this relationship in whatever capacity that is, whether it's friends, colleagues, you're one half of this. And if you feel like you're putting in more than you're getting out, then you need to take a step back and find a way to articulate that. Or failing that, try to come to an understanding in yourself when you're talking to this person. They're like, hey, they just need someone to talk to. And if it gets too much, I need to say, hey, you know what? I care about you, value you. Maybe let's just press pause for a second because I'm in a different type of headspace myself. And hopefully they go, oh, is everything okay? Do you want to talk about it? Right? Like, you set that boundary. And the other thing with, like, it sounds like he's using the word simp. So I assume in human vernacular, he's saying, like, I'm attracted to her, but she has a boyfriend and all she does is emotionally dump on me. You can just have female friends, and the fact that you're attracted to her is not her problem. That's a thing that you need to work through in yourself. And you need to treat her like a person. You're treating her like an object that is coming up to you and just spewing words at you. But, like, presumably you say stuff back, I hope. And if you don't, start doing that. And engage with her as a human. That is my genuine advice.
Definitely. And that is great. I think that's helpful. That's genuine. That's good. And I think sort of just to counterbalance that with sort of like, or at least to provide you with another option is get real fucking weird. Get real weird around this chick so she leaves you alone. She don't want it. Yeah, maybe when she's like, oh, I hate how this, and you just go like, oh, I can't stop thinking about, like, how sharp these knives are and, like, how good do you see how good they cut through that meat or whatever? Do you like to cut stuff? You know what I mean? You start getting real. Yeah. Okay. We're not gonna.
It was a different time. You could also, if you have, like, work pants that you kind of wear reliably, if you put cheddar cheese in the pocket and then put them through the wash, it infuses the pants forever with the smell of cheddar cheese, but kind of slightly off soapy cheddar cheese.
How do you know that?
Someone did it to me.
What do you mean someone did it to you?
In grade 9, in the 2 years where I briefly went to Catholic school, someone waited till I was at, like, physical education, and they went into my bag and they put cheddar cheese in my school pant pockets that I didn't have to wear because I was just going straight from PE to home, and then I put them in the machine, and then they smelled like cheddar for the next 9 months. Suffice it to say, Catholic school was not good, but I did learn a valuable lesson about the kind of overpowering odor of cheddar cheese.
Yeah,
and it's staying power.
Quite the arrow you have in your quiver there to fuck with someone. Hey, let's run through sort of the things that are involved with having cheddar cheese to put into someone's pockets. Is this cunt How premeditated is this shit, right?
Oh, true.
This guy had to know. This guy had to know your fucking schedule, right? I gotta know when D-Max got them pants off so I can run in. I've got to bring a bag of cheddar cheese from home. Was it pre-shredded, or did you have to grate cheese and put it into the pockets? Because like both of those are still crazy. Both are still crazy. One's crazier than the other.
Yeah.
You're at home fucking shaving your fucking $12 block of cheese into a little bag.
Mom.
And, hey, Mom!
Mom,
do we have any Ziploc bags? Don't worry about what I need it for. I just need one. And where's the cheese?
James, never underestimate.
And where's the cheese grater? Thanks, Mom. And then I get all of that shit together. I come to school. I've learned your schedule. I've waited for the perfect moment to strike. And I've run in there. And not even to mention the fact that this is the dumbest fucking like pranky burn way to like fuck with someone. This is insane. I don't mean to victim blame, but what did you do that made him premeditate all of that stuff? Because that's crazy.
Nothing. It was just a deeply homophobic school, and I was vaguely not masculine at times. And so they would target me and this guy I had a locker with because he was also a bit of a fat kid and a bit feminine, and so they would they would bully us and treat us like we were.
So their assumption there was just like, these dudes are a little bit effeminate, must be gay. Yeah. And then now I'm gonna do the whole crazy cheddar cheese thing, which is like,
that was an escalated event. That was after like a year of bullying. Like that was like the creme de la creme of the.
But think
about, at that point, you have to be impressed by the ingenuity.
No, you don't.
At a certain point.
No, you don't. You have to. That person has to be sat down with a trained psychologist, and they have to say, of all the things that you could possibly do to someone, how the fuck did you come up with the idea to put cheese in his pocket? Did you see it in a movie? Did you hear about it in a song? Like, what the fuck made you cheese this kid?
And you can't, it's not like you can bully, like you can't Google how to bully someone. Like, you're not getting results.
Bleach has a good question, okay? And now this is a safe place and you can be honest. Did you put the cheese in your own pockets for some type of beneficial outcome? Maybe from then on you got out of doing PE. You know, maybe from then on you maybe you had to wash your own uniform and you cheesed your own pockets so that then your mum took over and she's like, look, you can't be trusted. I'm going to have to start washing the uniform for you.
If you think that Anne did anything for me after about the age of 12 as a single parent, you're fucking kidding yourself. For comedic purposes, though, I can think of a creative. Hold on, I can do this. I'm a writer.
So you did. So what you did there was you did admit that mum wasn't doing the laundry for you, and you're like, if I fuck this up bad enough, mum's gonna have to take over.
She was pretty ardent. She's like, if you fuck it up, that's your problem. You can explain it to your teachers, which I had to do several times because I had some socks that had like a red fabric in them.
Yeah.
Like a red, and I put that in with my white school shirts. And so for about a term and a half in senior school, I did have to go to school every 3 days a week in a slightly pink colored shirt.
Oh, no.
Because we couldn't afford to buy more. And let me tell you, James,
and you didn't know how bleach worked?
Because I floated that, but then if you bleach it, it's going to ruin it anyway. It doesn't. We can't listen.
We had that discussion. You're going to fuck up the stitching on the pocket, Mum. My fucking white shirt. Pink. My fucking white shirt's pink. Okay, if the blue stitching turns white, that's the least of our troubles. But look at me, doing a little turn. What color? Mum, what color is my shirt supposed to be? It's supposed to be white. That's correct. White. It's supposed to be white. And now,
listen.
Let me stand in the light, Mum. What color is my fucking shirt? It's fully pink. Okay. Now let's go to Woolworths and we're buying the bleach. And I don't want to hear about it.
That's when she'd be like, yeah, well, it only looks pink in this light because you're standing next to that lamp. And you're like, Mom,
don't do this to me.
Man, don't take the tone with me.
And the whole time she's going, what the fuck is that cheesy fucking smell? Mom, that's also me. I don't know what to tell you.
You know what's ironic in retrospect is I spent 4 years of my life cooking cheese toast. Make of that what you will, universe.
I think at that point you were owned by the cheese, and then at the point where you started making Sizzler's cheesy toast, you owned the cheese. Because that's
think I took it back?
100%, dude. That's the pinnacle of find and you know, people might be like, oh, stinky cheese boy, oh, he smells like cheese or whatever. And now you're like the guy who brings the cheese toast. Everyone on this planet loves cheese toast, and everyone on the planet loves the person bringing out the fucking basket of cheese toast.
I guarantee for at least some of those bullies, I cooked them fucking cheese toast. Just mathematically and geographically, that must have happened.
You think so?
Oh, I found out years later. I did some math with some people like, oh yeah, I had this selfie when I'm at fucking Sizzler or whatever, and I'm like, I cooked your steak. Like it's just a, you know, geography proximity thing.
Right.
And when you're a uni student, you can get all you can eat fucking salad bar. You're always at Sizzler and you're always getting free fucking cheese toast.
That was a thing?
Oh, yeah. When I was at uni, everybody go to fucking Sizzler and they'd pay $15 for like all you can eat. And if you were sneaky, you could get a Tupperware out and you could fill the Tupperware with the salad. And then you could eat for a week for like $15. And we would never dob on them because we're like, good on you. Get the big business. They don't need your cash.
For sure.
Yeah. So
every step you take walking out of the establishment, there's little marshmallows falling out of your trousers. He's robbed the dessert bar. Get him.
You'd have to stop someone and be like, can you be a bit more subtle? Because the manager's about to walk in. Or like, quick, hide it. Like, we're on their side.
Yeah, Bleach.
You're getting paid fucking $15 an hour.
Bleach, I also thought that it was like a uni discount, but it turns out they were just robbing. They were just robbing the place blind.
Quite effectively, too. Like, it was impressive.
Not so impressive because Sizzlers is out of business now. And I do blame you. Sorry. I have to blame you now.
Look, if I'm being honest, I'm happy to be the one that caused it because they treated their employees like garbage.
You cooked there and you stole there as a customer. I think single-handedly you did enough damage to take him out.
I probably did enough damage to the morale of the kitchen staff to make no one want to work there.
Wow, interesting approach. You know,
I was fucking 18 running the kitchen. What were they thinking? Why did they do that?
Yeah.
They were like, this kid's in charge. What are you doing? That's on them at a certain point.
So what's our sort of takeaway for the guy getting emotionally dumped on?
I don't know. We just talked about how I got bullied for like 20 minutes. Let's think of something productive or funny. I guess
it is cheap labor. Bleach, it is cheap labor to get younger people to do it, but I would argue that it's also if you really run the numbers on the total cost of hiring these younger people who we now know were stealing, maybe the TCO, the total cost of ownership there, was actually significantly more than the $15 per hour than what they were paying. Maybe double if you guys were lifting, you know.
Look, I mean, if it was just the salad bar, for sure. If you include the meals and stuff, they were making off like bandits. Like
right.
I don't know how they went out of. They were making.
You walked out of Sizzler every evening, just like
no,
this.
I didn't.
Steaks tied to your body under your chef whites.
under my chef whites. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I take my hat off and there's 4 steaks stacked on top of each other.
Steaks under the. Yes. I would. Yes. And good evening, everyone. I would doff a cap to you, but of course, must get to the car. Must get to the car.
If you guys are really good next week, I'll bring a picture of me in my chef whites. I look ridiculous. Just 18-year-old me. with a big old, just in the Chef Whites and the Sizzler apron. No beard, clean shaven, which I haven't been since I was like 21.
The picture was taken from a distance, and David's at the boot of a car, and he's selling pieces of meat out of the back of it to
it's actually
patrons.
It's police evidence is stamped in the corner.
Yeah, I think I was holding. You flipping through the iPhone, and you're like, "Oh yeah, there's me doing a trade, a little Facebook Marketplace before Facebook Marketplace." Let me swipe to the next one. Oh, that's a mugshot. That's my mugshot. Yeah. Let me just skip past that one.
I think from memory, I'm trying to picture in my head. I think the selfie is me in the bathroom, and my phone at the time probably hasn't changed that much.
Lifting up the shirt. That type of vibe.
It's worse than that. I think I had a phone case, and I think it came free with like a pack of Lynx deodorant, and so it's a Lynx logo and like the outline of a naked woman. I think.
No fucking way.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what that photo is.
Just reeking of Lynx Africa.
Just the most like 2014 shit of all time.
Yeah. Just a green can of Lynx Africa, fully spritzed out in it.
It does not cover up the sweat. It just makes you smell like sweat and Lynx Africa. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't an antiperspirant. It just smelled like a thing. It wasn't stopping you from sweating at the time. That came later. Ridiculous. My girlfriend hosts birthday parties for her grandchildren every year, and on the invitation, she asks that we bring a dish in exchange for a raffle ticket. She has a raffle at the end of the party for something that is not of great value. So, along with bringing a birthday present for her grandchild, I also bring a dish. One time, I did not bring food. She asked me where it was, and I said that I didn't have time to prepare something. She told me I wouldn't get a raffle ticket. When she was pulling the raffle ticket for the winner of her door prize, she looked at me and said in front of everyone that I was not to be included in the raffle because I did not bring food. That's cold. I feel that if you were having a party, the guest should not have to bring a dish. She's now having a graduation party for her oldest grandchild, and once again on the invitation, she's telling guests to bring a dish. Am I wrong to assume that when you host a party, you should also provide the food?
I mean, it depends on the type of party you're throwing.
Yeah, it doesn't it. Would you, if someone says bring a plate, because in Australia you'd say bring a plate, you wouldn't say bring a dish. Do you have a go-to, or does it depend on the vibe of the thing?
Absolutely depends on who it's for, who's hosting the party, what their vibe is, what their energy is, you know.
What their energy is, right?
Because for some people, I'm going to bring a savory dish. For other people, I'm going to bring a sweet dish, you know. If
you bring a sweet dish into my fucking household, you're dead to me.
Yeah, Bleach just got a good point. Like, if you're putting on a party for a gang of fucking people, are you really going to... You're really going to bankrupt yourself by, you know, just get everyone, you know, yeah, like you said, bring potluck style. Bring something around.
Can I hit you with the flip of this? So for my mom's birthday in March, she had like, my mom has so many fucking friends. She had like 70 people over.
Yeah.
For her big, you know, 60th birthday party.
Yeah, I thought it was fucked up that she charged us $5 at the door, but.
Yeah, in retrospect, I get it. But at the time, I was miffed. I said, Mom, I helped you set up the party. I bought everything. And she said $5. And obviously I wanted to get in.
Yeah, I helped set it up.
Yeah, I'm going to pay the cover. Obviously I want to get into the party. But I would say like of those 70 people, 30 of them brought a plate and there was so much fucking food. It was outrageous. Like there was so much, and people were bringing like Jello shots and food and all kind, like it was just it was off the fucking chain.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the danger is we had so much food. We had food for like 2 weeks. We didn't know what to do with. I was eating little sausage wieners for lunch for like a week and a half.
Yeah, and you crush a wiener, dude. I think that...
I do love wieners. Yeah.
I think that... that's where you want to be. You want to have too much. You never want to have not enough.
For sure. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, people should probably... If you've got way too much... and you're like, there's no way I'm fitting this in the fridge, people should probably take some of their shit home too. It's a good point because also if you bring like a dish and then the food didn't get eaten, do I just leave the dish? It's my dish. It's a nice dish.
A lot of it was like disposable, I feel.
Would you ever...
I might be misremembering.
Would you ever... because I think the I think for this question, you do have to bring something, obviously. But
yeah,
there are going to be some people who try and I think in this particular case, again, and we often do this isn't advice for the person asking the question, but more so for the person throwing the party. Sometimes you're going to have to stand at that door and really assess. Because, hey, look, if you're bringing a plate and that's determining whether or not you get a raffle ticket to this sick raffle prize, you better have earned it, okay? You stand at the door, and if someone comes up and they're like, hey, you know, I brought a whole bunch of fucking sausage rolls, made them myself. They go, yep, you're in. Give them a raffle ticket, 100%. Next person comes up and they're like, hey, I've got 2 bags of Doritos. You go, you are not getting a fucking thing.
You didn't even try.
Get in there. Don't give him a raffle, but we will take the chips. Thank you.
There was one woman who turned up with like it was the most elaborate thing I've ever seen. It was like a 4-tray situation of like exotic sausages that were diced up and had specific sauces that went with the specific type of sausage.
Too much. Overachiever.
And I was like, yeah, someone's fucking brown nosing for sure.
Bleach, that's a good point. If it's 3 bags of Doritos, you're back in.
We do love Doritos.
You are back in, yeah.
The stress with Doritos is you need to bring a bag for the party, a bag for Ruby, and then a backup bag.
Right.
That's definitely a situation you're going to face.
Well, I think like 3 is a communal amount. You know, if you brought one to 2 bags, you're really not considering the collective group. If you brought 3 bags, you've covered yourself there.
This is also a tricky one.
This overachiever that's got her little individual, sausages from around the globe with bespoke sauces. She don't get one either because that's too much.
It's too much. Makes everyone else feel bad. But James, it was a fucking religious experience. At like 1 a.m. as I'm DJing for these fucking 60-year-olds, drinking fucking scotch out of a plastic cup and just sitting there eating those sausages
as I'm DJing. So you hit play on a Spotify playlist. Yep.
Well, the problem was it was Spotify, but they kept bailing me up and saying, "Can you play this next? Can you play that?" And so I just ended up with this queue of like random shit. And
no, at some point, Mary, I've told you 3 times. Okay, we've already got 4 Michael Bublé songs coming up on the list.
We can't have more.
We can't have more. Okay.
A woman had the audacity to come up to me and say, "Oh, this is my playlist. Can you play that?" And I was like, "That's a bridge. That's a bridge too far. I don't know if it's going to be good."
In the moment, you just say, "Yeah, no worries. We'll someone will take a look at that."
I'll queue it up, and then I didn't.
Yeah. You go, "Oh yeah, perfect. What's the name of it?" Yep. Perfect. Yeah, I'll give that to someone to make sure that that's all good to go.
I said I'll, and then I just didn't.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. James, I have found, to round out the episode, I have found the images. If that would so please the court.
Okay. All right. How are you going to sway this though?
You mean like at a production level?
Yeah.
I was just going to put them up and see what happens.
Okay.
I can set. Well, here's what I'll do. I'll put them up, and then I can Discord them to you in case it doesn't work.
For sure.
Is that? Because I want you to see them first.
Discord is not open, but yep.
No, I can see that. Yeah. Well, we'll just see what happens, won't we?
Yeah.
We do it live, ladies and gentlemen. The Advisory, a live show, famously. That's the kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to zoom in. I need to zoom in on the left-hand picture.
The left-hand? You want that to be in front?
Yeah. I need that zoomed up just because that's a.
Why am I so intense?
Hey.
Can you see
that is a Lynx phone case? Yep.
Hang on, let me zoom out on OBS to make this happen.
I feel like you're pulling a very
Can you see the naked woman beneath my fingies?
Sorry, Bleach said it. Looks like the guy who plays Pennywise.
Oh my god, Bill Skarsgård? Yeah.
I think you look a little bit like the child shaved version of the Grinch. You know when he's young and he wants to use the beard trimmer to look nice for Christmas when he's really young in the movie.
Yeah.
That's because you're giving like a very angular Grinch-like angry face.
This is the thing about me without a beard, is that it's quite a kind of it's an aggressive sort of a look. I mean, you know, what can I tell you?
It's it's the more I look at it, the more intense and terrifying it becomes.
This is how I look now.
Oh,
this is how I look.
Okay, you can't jump. You can't jump scare. Whoa, you can't jump scare us like that, dude.
This one's a bit sly. What's he up to? What's he looking at?
I'll tell you what he's up to. He's up to no good. I see murder in his eyes.
Hey, Bleach makes a good point. Why are you holding the phone like that? This can't be a surprise. I don't know how to do phones, and I don't know why I'm doing a two-handed selfie.
Bleach, it's because he has a nude on his phone case, and he's trying to keep the
that is
selfie.
What it looks like, yeah.
He's trying to keep the selfie PG. So
yeah, it does look like that, but you can see the Lynx logo and all. You know, it is a
wow, double fisting a selfie. You don't see that. You know,
quite manicured fingernails for a chef, I feel.
Yeah.
Did I get a manicure before this photo? I might have done.
The
girl I was dating was big into them as a couple's activity.
For sure. That might be something we need to delve into.
We can delve into that later. Yeah.
Okay.
This one, though,
you can't. Dog, what are you doing here? You just snapping to the craziest fucking.
Why is the hat up?
That's a crazy intense face.
Why is the hat up? Like, that's not how I wore it. I wore it like this one. You wear it like a French boy.
Well, see, that looks like you're a baker in that picture.
That's true. Down. Whereas this one,
and then whereas it's flopped up, it looks very, French kitchen.
They let this Patty B boy run their kitchen.
Yeah. Patrick Bateman, for those playing at home, he's chosen to now refer to it as Patty B. Very
Yeah, we mentioned often enough that shorthand is worthy.
Yeah.
You got the Sizzler logo backwards in the mirror there. It's good fun.
Okay. I feel like I'm gonna have to. Okay, dude. I have to end it now.
Why, you feel uncomfortable for some reason?
I can't imagine why. All right.
Yeah.
I would say that this is, these podcasts, we obviously live stream them. It's a visual medium now. 2023 is a very visual medium.
Sometimes that backfires.
Skip the video on this one. Skip the video on this one. That's all I'm going to say. A lot of jump scares. A lot of jump scares in this.
James, it's the
again
horror
not horror themed podcast that we do here, but a lot of jump scares. So,
well, look, James, if you're thinking to yourself, where can I find those boys so I can avoid that video content, you can follow us on our socials. All the links are in the show notes, and you can email us as well if you have any advice you'd like to ask us. And of course, like our boy Bleach, you can join the conversation live on twitch.tv/Black Swan Society, 6 p.m. AEST. We have been The Advisory. Don't forget to follow the link in the description to submit your creative project for funding. We have 1,000 Australian dollars on the table to distribute between projects. We're really excited to hear what you're into. And wherever you consume us, whether it's, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, where you get it, YouTube, whatever, consider giving us a rating or a review on your podcast catcher or platform of choice. It helps more people find the show. But if we're being completely honest with each other, the best way to help us grow is to send this to someone you think might like it. Do you advise them when they should check out if you sent them the video vis-a-vis the pictures? But outside of that, definitely send it to them. James, is there anything else we need to? I think that's all the things. Go check out Weird But Wonderful. We have a fun new episode that I'm on for a minute. And James has another one in the works as well, which is very exciting. Weird But Wonderful. We love doing what we do. We're The Advisory. James, take us out on your famous catchphrase.
My famous catchphrase is @OneWeirdPodcast on Instagram. Go check it out. Search Weird But Wonderful Podcast on all of the platforms of choice. Obviously, you've got youtube.com/@weirdbutwonderful. That's a great one there to get your hands on the latest episode. Great episode about Jumping Castle Kingpin. A guy who actually got caught by the police. He had He in 2010, took a photo of a block of Stilton cheese in his hand, and they lifted his fingerprints from the photo, a 2010 photo.
From the photo.
From an encrypted app, by the way.
You have to hear this. It's so
and
wild.
Done him for crimes.
How do you do that?
And then a guy who went to a BMW dealership, said, I would like to test drive this car, please. He then drove that car to a bank. He robbed that bank, but only for enough money for the down payment on that BMW, drove the BMW back and said, I would like to purchase this, please. And here is the money.
Quite a conservative crime in some sense.
Yeah. Showed a lot of restraint on that one, actually. You know?
It's impressive in some ways.
And of course, my famous phrase is a journey into the minds of strange people doing strange things. Thank you so much for coming and listening to this episode. This has been episode 53.
53, yeah.
Come back for 54, where David will give us even more updates about our killer dating profile updates that are really just, I mean, a warning to the women of Brisbane. David is out there. He's, I don't want to use the term on the prowl. What's like a better way of saying like on the prowl, but like a good way?
Oh, you know, he's meeting and mingling, you know, he's
that's good actually.
Yeah, is that good? Is that anything?
Yeah. But then it sounds weird to say a word of warning to the women of Brit. It's a weird.
Why did you add that?
I don't know.
You have to say that.
Yeah, we will see you.
Look, we'll see you the same bad time, same bad channel next week, 6 p.m. AST, twitch.tv/Black Swan Society. And as we always say, James, advice managed.
Ew, dude. Is that a Harry Potter fucking thing? Are you doing mischief managed on the
Yeah, I'm turning it back on you from an episode I watched the other night when I was drunk, where you referenced Harry Potter and I made fun. I blazed you for not being contemporary. I was turning it back on you.
See you next week.
Bye.